Whether you are running a sales team that is tired of dialing dead leads, or you're managing customer support with too many missed calls, or you're trying to hire candidates across different time zones, voice remains one of the most powerful ways for real human connection. The problem: most phone systems are stuck in the past. What if there was a business calling platform that could automatically skip voicemails, cover over 160 countries with local numbers, and even use AI to handle routine calls for you? Well, that's exactly what CloudTalk claims to do, and today I am breaking down everything that you need to know about this platform and why Uber, DHL, and Mercedes-Benz trust this company as their go-to phone system. Let's get into it. Now, before we dive in, I want to mention this video is sponsored, but I am going to give you my clear and honest feedback on the benefits, the strengths, and the weaknesses of CloudTalk. On this channel, I have reviewed some of the best options out there, and I will give you my honest, unbiased feedback so that you can make the best decision for your business. But with that in mind, anytime I partner with one of these companies, I ask for a special promo just for my audience. Use the link down below to get 15% off your first 3 months for new customers. And as you're gonna see, you're gonna be able to test out their parallel dialing, their AI voice agents, and all the features I'm about to show you risk-free. With over 30,000 customers across the globe in sales and support teams and everything in between, there is no wonder why CloudTalk is leading in the industry. Use that link down in the description, and trust me, you are going to be glad that you clicked on this video because you are going to get an overview and everything you need to get started with the right phone system for your needs. Alright, so let's talk about what is CloudTalk. So CloudTalk is essentially a cloud-based phone calling software, but it is honestly way more sophisticated than your typical VoIP solution. It's got everything covered from basic calling functionality to advanced AI features that can literally make calls for you. We're going to talk about that in a moment. The platform is designed for all types of teams, and really any business that needs to make or receive a lot of calls efficiently anywhere around the world. But let me break down exactly what makes CloudTalk different and whether it's worth the investment. First up, let's talk about something that sets this company apart versus any other tool out there. They support phone numbers in over 160 countries. But here's what makes this really smart. CloudTalk doesn't just give you all these international numbers and then you have to siphon through them to make sure you're using the right number, the best number for any local area. Instead, they let you call like a local. They have what's called automatic number selection. So if you're calling Germany and you have a German number in your account, it will automatically use that number. Why does that matter? Because when people see a local number calling them, they're way more likely to pick up. Statistically, pickup rates will increase if you're using a local number versus a random international code. And honestly, that just makes total sense. Now, this is where things get really interesting. This is where I get really excited. They have a tool called their parallel dialer. This feature allows you to dial up to 10 numbers simultaneously. So instead of calling one person and then waiting for them to answer or go to voicemail, then moving to the next person, you're hitting up to 10 prospects at once. So if you're cold calling or needing to dial a ton of numbers each day, this will change how your team operates. But wait, it gets even better. They have a built-in voicemail detection that is nearly 3 times faster than the industry average. So when those calls hit voicemail, the system automatically hangs up and only connects you to the calls where actual humans answer. This is insane. This means you're spending your time talking to real people, not leaving the same voicemail message over and over again. Let's just do the math here. Let's say you're a sales rep and you normally do about 50 calls a day, but only 10 people actually answer. With parallel dialing, you could potentially boost those numbers and talk to 100 people who actually pick up. That is a 10x difference in productivity. And a side note, this is a really cool feature. Say you want to coach your team on a live call, but you are not in the same room. You could hop into a call via the app and listen on the call and give feedback to your team, and the person on the other end of the line doesn't hear a thing. So if you have a remote sales team or you are just in different locations, you can still coach up your team live on real calls. And if that wasn't enough already, here's something else that really caught my attention: their AI conversation intelligence. After every single call, AI will automatically generate summaries, transcripts, and analyze the sentiment of the call and identify key topics from the conversation. Which leads to another huge benefit for managers. Instead of having to listen to every single call and then try to coach your team after the fact, you can just review the AI summaries and jump straight to the parts that matter. The system even tells you when there are negative sentiments in a call, so you could skip right to that point in the call, listen in, and be able to give feedback to your team directly. Okay, so we have covered a lot, but I am still not done. And if you are a major company, corporation, even a small business, but anywhere in between Fortune 500 to a small business, the features I've already mentioned make CloudTalk worth its weight in gold. But now let's talk about their AI voice agents. The AI voice agent can make and receive calls for you 24/7. And I'm not talking about robotic sounding chatbots that everyone just hangs up on. These AI agents sound surprisingly human, sometimes even more human than real humans. You can set them up for things like qualifying leads before they get to your sales team, or you could set it up to follow up on overdue invoices, or to help schedule appointments, or conducting customer satisfaction surveys. They can do all of that. But you may even want them to handle basic customer support, like sharing your hours, location, and other general questions around your business. So, for example, if we talk about lead qualification, AI voice agents can call these leads, ask qualifying questions, and then the human sales team would only get the qualified prospects. This is like having a tireless team that works for you 24/7 and never gets bored by asking the same questions. Plus, it could get rejected at any point of the day and never have a low moment. Now, before we talk about pricing and get into those details, there is one key thing of any good software company that I always look for, which is integrations. CloudTalk integrates with pretty much every major CRM or business tool you can think of. So think of HubSpot or Salesforce or Zendesk or Pipedrive or you name it. And if you don't see the integration, they have new ones coming out every single month. Just last month, they added 7 of them. Oh, and I can't forget to mention this cool feature they have, which is their click-to-call Chrome extension that works anywhere on the web. Let me explain how it works. So, if you're browsing a website and see phone numbers, you can just click on them and CloudTalk will dial automatically. Or if you're on a page with multiple phone numbers, you could add all of them to their smart dialer session and call through the entire list systematically. Insane, right? This kind of integration means you're not constantly switching between different types of tools and to pull a phone number, and everything just flows seamlessly. Let's talk about money. CloudTalk has 3 main pricing tiers. The starter plan begins at $25 per user per month, billed annually, and it includes a lot of great features. 1 phone number is included, unlimited inbound and internal calls, click-to-call functionality, basic call management features, mobile app access, and access to international numbers from 160 plus countries. Next, they have the expert plan for an additional $5 per month, which you also get call monitoring and coaching, advanced analytics and reporting, call recording, the parallel dialer I mentioned earlier, and a real-time dashboard. And next up, the professional plan is $50 per user per month, which is great for many businesses. And you get a full suite of tools, including AI conversation intelligence, power dialer and smart dialer, VIP queues, a WhatsApp integration, priority support, and more. What I love with any software company is just transparent and flexible pricing. So, for example, if you want to purchase the AI conversational intelligence or AI voice agents on top of any plan, you can do that so you could have a personalized plan that works just for you. And what about the parallel dialer? Well, the same thing. You could just add it on to any plan. If you need an additional phone number, they are about $6 each per month, which is pretty reasonable if you need local numbers in different countries. So if you were to sign up for the expert plan today and add in an additional 4 numbers, so you have a total of 5 numbers, that would be about $54 per month for 5 numbers across the globe. One thing to note is that costs do vary for outbound calls to different destinations, basically different countries. So if you're doing a lot of frequent calls to different countries, it is important to note that and find the best plan for you. Let me give you some concrete examples of how different types of businesses could use CloudTalk. All right, let's talk about sales teams. Use the AI voice agent to qualify leads before they hit expensive sales reps. You could also use the parallel dialer to burn through lead lists faster, and the AI conversation intelligence will help you identify which messaging resonates. Next up, let's talk about your customer support team. You could set up intelligent call routing so customers get to the right person faster. And you could use call monitoring to coach agents in real time. And as well, you could leverage AI voice agents to handle basic inquiries outside of business hours. Now, let's talk about if you're a recruitment agency. Enjoy global number coverage to recruit internationally with local numbers. You could also use AI voice agents to do initial candidate screening and then the power dialer to quickly call through candidate lists. And finally, if you are an events company, imagine you're hosting an event in 6 months and you need to check in with 800 partners. Use CloudTalk's virtual receptionist, which can pick up instantly, answer professionally, solve routines, and route complex cases to the right places. You could do this in English or in other languages. It's all cloud-based and is built for modern teams that want to scale without the extra headcount. Let's be real about the pros and cons here. Let's first talk about the pros. The AI parallel dialing is genuinely a game changer for productivity. AI features are surprisingly sophisticated and actually useful. The global coverage is literally unmatched and well implemented. Integrations work smooth with major business tools, so you don't have to worry too much about what CRM you're using and if it's going to work with CloudTalk. The call quality is amazing, and the backend is really easy to use. But what are some of the cons? Well, the AI features are add-ons, so costs could add up quickly if you want everything. It is still cheaper than some of the competitors, but it is something to consider. Next, the learning curve for teams transitioning from a traditional phone system could be a little bit difficult. It could be difficult if you are using a traditional or outdated method. And like I mentioned, some of the core features that you may want may be advanced features of the higher tier plans. CloudTalk is perfect for sales teams doing high volume outbound calling, customer support departments that need coaching and monitoring capabilities, international businesses requiring local numbers across multiple countries, and companies looking to integrate AI automations with their existing CRM systems. On the flip side, it might not be the right fit for very small businesses with minimal call needs, companies with tight budgets, or unreliable internet, or teams that prefer traditional phone systems. I don't know why you would, but if you do, this might not be the best tool for you. And so my final verdict, if you've gotten this far in the video, thank you for watching, and this is my honest take. CloudTalk is impressive, especially if you're doing any kind of call volume and or international calling at scale. This is why Uber, DHL, and Mercedes-Benz and many other large companies use CloudTalk. The pricing is a bit higher than basic VoIP solutions, but when you factor in the productivity gains from features like the AI voicemail skipping and AI conversational intelligence or the parallel dialer, it could easily pay for itself in you making a lot more calls and supporting your customers a lot more and a lot faster than ever before. And if you're doing global business, having local numbers in 160 plus countries in one tool is a massive advantage. If you want to try CloudTalk today for yourself, remember that link I mentioned down below and you are going to get an extra 15% off your first 3 months. You could test out all the tools I've talked about in this video and see if it is a good fit for your team. What do you have to lose? If you have any questions, drop them in the comments below. And with that, I'll see you in the next video. Peace.